Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Gonna be a bit of an unorthodox video. You'll kind of get the discussion as I go through it. Maybe even a very quick video. I was searching around for news on cryptocurrencies on multiple different websites, and I noticed about 80% of them had this news right here. For those who aren't looking at the screen, it says Quadriga CX, it's a cryptocurrency exchange, owes its customers around $190 million, court filing show. And I kept on passing over it because typically whenever any cryptocurrency exchange kind of falls down or fails, like unless it's like a major one, I tend to not talk about it. But this one intrigued me very quickly because after I kept on reading about this, I walked out of the room. For those who want to know, I took my tablet, and as I was looking onto my tablet for to have like a news section, this news also popped up, but from a different website. And I thought it was interesting, one, how different places report different things. You kind of get two sides of the story, and I wish it was just one place that we could go to get all the story, but that's not how life works. So what the major story comes down to is there was a cryptocurrency exchange. It had all this money. Apparently, they no longer have access to the money, and now people are suing them, saying that something is wrong, something is afoot, and therefore you owe us our money back. And this is why I said I think it's interesting how different places have different information. On this website, they kind of go a bit further into the actual story of what happened, and it also becomes a little bit of a story of keep your private keys safe, and also the discussion that we were having before about like crypto scarcity and how much or how few crypto there actually is around, floating around the world. We had this discussion before, not to spend too much time on it, but about the people who are buying over the counter, all the OTC buying and stuff like that. We know that that's been in the billions of dollars. So this story immediately intrigued me because this is not the first time that we've heard something like this. It is not going to be the last time that we've heard something like this. And this goes into the exact discussion that I don't think that there's as much crypto floating around out there as people actually think. So to kind of more or less breeze through it, not to get through the actual saddest parts of all of it, what actually ended up happening is that the exchange's founder, his name was Gerald Cotton. Apparently he passed away last December, so about a month and some change ago. And apparently when he died, he was actually the person who was in control of this money that was on the cryptocurrency exchange. It just so turns out that when he also passed, he also had the private keys as well and did not tell anyone what they were or where they could find them. So with his passing, all of this money was also gone as well. And if you really like dig deep into it, it's actually a very sad story. Like I said, not going to go into it. But I was a little shocked of exactly how much is essentially lost unless his family ends up finding these private keys. Apparently, they've been sued, as would logically happen. They've been searching diligently, as I'm sure they realize that this is a fair amount of money, so they probably should try and get it back as best they can. But we know that that's not how crypto works. You have to have access to your, like the same exact thing when you have like a what's it called, like a wallet and stuff like that, and they or even like a ledger. They give you those 12 or 24 word passcodes and they tell you to write them down. There's a reason for it. Where's the actual information? It has it. Yeah. So it says, according to the documents, it looks like 26,488 Bitcoin are now lost and gone forever. 11,300 Bitcoin Cash, 11,100 Bitcoin Cash SV because he got them from the forks, one can only assume. 35,000 Bitcoin Gold are gone. Just if you run around this off, 200,000 Litecoin gone, and 429,966 Ethereum are also gone. I typically don't cover things like this, or rather I don't cover things that have to do with people passing in the cryptocurrency space. It's just not how the channel is supposed to be formed, at least in my eyes. But the talking point comes down to this, and I've mentioned many times before, I think I even had a video or two where I kind of went through the numbers. It wasn't as accurate as possible because I can't have an accurate number of every single thing that's happening with 50 billion people who are into cryptocurrencies. It's estimated that anywhere from, I think, like 0.1 like 7% or something like that of the people in cryptocurrency space actually die per year, and they get into situations like this where their information that they had or what their coins or whatever are completely lost. The other thing that I wanted to quickly touch on, because it ties directly into it, this happened last year. It says May 31st, 2018, for those who are not looking at the screen. There was a millionaire, or rather, I assume, well, at this point, a billionaire. He put, I think, $2 million into XRP in 2015. The price rose, and even in 2018, as prices were, you know, going up and down, he had anywhere from $500 million to $1 billion worth of XRP. He also passed away, sadly, and lo and behold, his family cannot find his private keys as well, and that's now 1 billion XRP that are essentially gone and lost forever. I'm almost certain that in some way there's at least one person, maybe they just haven't released this information. We've known for quite a couple of years that a lot of these coins are completely gone. We know that even some of the Mt. Gox coins are also completely gone. We've seen a lot of addresses on the cryptocurrency blockchains and space and stuff like that that just don't move anymore. They're not inactive. The idea is, if the simplest way of kind of saying it is, if you got into Bitcoin when it first was released, maybe in the first year or two, you may have kept your cryptocurrency on a desktop wallet, on a platform, what have you. A lot of these platforms have died. They've been completely torn apart and crumbled or hacked. And also, one would assume, as Bitcoin went from the humble price of less than a cent to around even $5,000, that you would have kind of been like, hey, I should move my cryptocurrencies to something a bit more stable, to a cold storage device, or maybe even suggest a new computer, because 10 years is a very long time for a non-computer upgrade. So when we see that these accounts haven't moved these coins at all, and I don't mean that it's still in someone's possession, I mean it has not moved from the original device that it was put on. Like, there has been no transfer of those coins. One can only assume that these coins are also lost. And I saw other people talking before, maybe the coins aren't lost, maybe it's on a computer in someone else's closet, what have you. For those who were not here in years ago, crypto was not as smooth as it is right now. When you had the Bitcoin desktop wallet and you had to sync it, it would sometimes takes 2 weeks to be, because you had to download the entire blockchain. And I remember one time I didn't use it for about a month and a half, and it took me legitimately about 9 days with my computer open to be able to download years worth of information. The long and short of it is, not to spend too much time on this one topic, but it is very fascinating, because we know that people pass. We know that a lot of people are into cryptocurrencies. More people get into cryptocurrencies every day. And I think only like major news stories like this end up hitting the crypto sphere. You know, a billion XRP that are never going to come back ever again is incredibly major news. And also when you think about like the scarcity, when we talk about the scarcity of cryptocurrencies, and we talk about how there will never be any more XRP made. Every transaction on the XRP ledger, XRP is actually burned. There are never going to be any more Bitcoin made, save forks, what have you. But even those are still set to a certain number. Even if we just focused exclusively on Litecoin and Bitcoin, there are not going to be any more coins made outside of the actual mining. And now, even if no other coins on the Litecoin network had ever been lost, which is impossible, we know that 200,000 of them are gone. We know that 26,488 Bitcoin are completely gone. These are just the news stories that I actually decided to include in this. Over the last couple of years, we've had a lot of people, a lot of millionaires, a lot of billionaires who've gotten into the cryptocurrency space. They've passed away, and no one in their family knows exactly how much crypto they had, or even where their private keys are. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's someone out there who like does these calculations, tries to come up with a relative figure or number. When you have the discussion of that there's not enough for every millionaire in the world to be able to have one Bitcoin, that's another 26,000 people who will never be able to own an entire Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, like I said, a bit of an unorthodox video. The entire situation kind of swept me in. Is one of those things, like I said, I saw it a couple other places, didn't really pay attention to it, and then it was like the first thing on my tablet, so I was like, there's something to this. A very sad situation. And on the other side of it, crypto just becomes rarer. It's a very odd thing that you have to think about. Like, no one expects that they are going to pass. So if you have a situation where you may be in possession of a large amount of cryptocurrencies, maybe let another family member know, maybe let a lawyer know. That's something that's very big right now that's happening, where people are telling other lawyers or telling other people, confidants, what have you, hey, I'm in possession of this. Should I go? Here's my private keys. Unless you want to play a big joke on everybody and have another scarcity event. Not really sure how to end this video. It's kind of awkward to talk about a subject like this, but I kept on seeing it over and over. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to get a lot more news like this as the years go on. And I think it's going to even become more intense if we do end up getting to a situation like there are tons of people out there who have like 50 Bitcoin, 100 Bitcoin. If Bitcoin ends up hitting, you know, $500,000, $1 million, and all that goes missing, that's another huge chunk of the pie that will never, ever return. All right, everyone, enough with the awkward video. Just kind of thought I'd talk about this a tiny bit. These are very significant numbers. And these, once again, this is only the news that we're hearing about because it has to do with like hundreds of millions of dollars, or like $500 million, or even $1 billion. I'm pretty sure there's at least 20, 30, 40, 50 Bitcoin being lost at least twice a day somewhere around the world. All right, everyone. That is definitely going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Actually shrugged my shoulders. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I hope it's absolutely fantastic. Take care of yourselves and take care of your cryptocurrencies. Neither one of those things I just said is a joke. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. They are Travis Haynes, Vlad the Impaler, Nick Mangialavori, Gilboa Snake, Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Arthur, Yaku, L. Doug, Brady Niels, and Rai. Thank you all once again for your support. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. See you.